right, we make sure we live and we got sound. Give me 1 second. All right, good to go. Hey, Shalom Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing, commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we have been the home of the truth. If you are not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth. The ISUPK is the home of the truth. And we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew or so-called Hebrew Israelite group. We're not affiliated with anybody. The ISUPK is the one and only truth. You know what I'm saying? Today is Friday. I'm Priest and Officer Yabakan Bani Howard, and this is the ISUPK Houston, ISUPK Galveston, Port Arthur, and Beaumont Friday Lashawan Qadash. You know what I'm saying? Where we get into our culture, man. That's really all it's about. You know what I'm saying? As blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, our true identity was stolen from us by the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know that we're the true Jews the Bible speaks of. We don't know that we're the Israelites. And we don't know our culture. You know what I'm saying? Israelite culture. You know what I'm saying? Speaking English, speaking Patois or Creole, or even Spanish. You know what I'm saying? That's not our culture. Those languages were given to us by our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Our true language, or our true culture, and our true native language is the Hebrew. And that's what we get into today, man. The Lashawan Qadash. Lashawan meaning tongue, Qadash meaning holy, the holy tongue. The native language of the Hebrews, the Israelites, man. That's what we spoke in the days of old, in the Old Testament. So, without further ado, we're going to get into class, man. I'm going to start off class the way I always start off class. And that is with this Hebrew alphabet. So this Hebrew alphabet was given to us by, you know what I'm saying, the men above us. It was our founding fathers in the ISUPK. That's where this chart was created. But this chart consists of the complete Hebrew alphabet. All of the letters that are on this alphabet make up all of the words in Hebrew. The letters starting from A all the way to Tha. 22 characters. All 22 letters. A to Tha. And down below it's the same, 22 characters. But it's a different, they're different characters than above, because above is the ancient, or the paleo, and down below is the Assyrian. We were in different captivities. So we spoke the same language, but we wrote it down different, because we were in a different land. And then the Assyrian, you know what I'm saying, we have to be mindful of these 5 characters right here. If a letter has 2 letters, then the letters below are used when the word ends in that particular letter rather than begin or in the middle of the word. But if it ends in this letter, then you use the one below. If it's any other reason, then you use the original 22 characters. And above, you have to be mindful of the connectors. The connectors are in the paleo, rather. You know, so the connectors help you with pronunciation and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, not abbreviation, but pronunciation, the syllables of the Hebrew word. You know, so there's a connector under one word, making it sound alone, or under 2 words, and those 2 letters will be combined into one sound. So let's go over it. Repeat after me. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, la, ma, sa, I, za, qua, bra, sha, and the. All right. let's go ahead and get into today's class, man. Today's class is not going to be nothing too special. Well, it is special because we get into our culture, but it's not going to be too complex, rather. And by the way, Sluggy, if I forgot to mention, but I'm covering for Officer 5000 Tazadak Bond Raul Bond because the oppressor is the devil. He's okay. He's just being oppressed right now. And I'm covering for him for the Houston and Galveston. And Port Arthur, you already know what time it is. Yeah, it's me, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. So we're going to get into it, you know what I'm saying? So today, we're going to be going over, pretty much, we're going to be going over this chart, well not chart, but this, well, yeah, I guess a chart. This chart you see right here. You know what I'm saying? We see it every Friday, but I want to break it down. I'm going to break it down what these suffixes mean and how to use them. And then when we're in the Sabbath course, or we're in Sabbath class, and we're seeing words, you know what I'm saying, with suffixes, I'm going to go into a little bit of prefixes too. When we see these words, we'll be able to know why it looks like that and what the word actually means, and we'll be able to break the word down. You know what I'm saying, the anatomy of the word. That's what we're getting into today, man. And what these are conjugations. So we're going to go over possessive, conjugations of nouns. All right. So possessive conjugations of nouns. So let's put a noun on the board. Ak. It's a noun. It means brother. You know what I'm saying? And let me get into Hebrew, because this is going to be, you know what I'm saying, the bread and butter that we're using right now. All right, so this is our noun, ak. So the ak related to me or whoever, you know what I'm saying? I can use the term ak and relate it to me or whoever using possessive conjugations. That's how it works in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? In English, I say my brother to make the brother, the word ak, possessive to me, my brother. Or I say your brother to make it possessive to you. Or I say their brother. It's two words. You know what I'm saying? Two words to make this word brother possessive to somebody. In Hebrew, we just conjugate the word. It's the same thing. Read aloud, we're still saying my brother, your brother. But written down is one word. And that's how we're going to go into today. So my brother is ak. Yeah. And it's pronounced just like that. Akya. But remember, in Hebrew, we're going from right to left. So when we write in the Hebrew, I'm not going to write the ya right there. I'm going to write it right here. Akya, my brother. Or it could be Isupk, which is your brother. Your brother, Isupk. Or we got the whole list up here. So now that's what I'm gonna do for now. So this was just our preliminary warm up. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into the meat of this list. We're gonna write the list down now. So that first slide that I'm erasing now is good if you got it for your notes, but don't worry about it. But this next slide, this is the one to get. I think all of them. Oh, one more. All right, there we go. And y'all's is a little bit of. Let me zoom in so you can see back at home. So y'all's is definitely slang, but you know what I'm saying. We brothers. You know what I'm saying. We brothers and sisters. We real people. You know what I'm saying. We know what we you know what I'm talking about. You alls or y'alls, but we're gonna get into how to get the suffix for y'all's masculine and feminine, and then your is singular. So first singular. plural. Second singular. Second plural. Third singular. Third plural. All right. Now let's get into what it is. We pretty much got this chart over here. But you know, that chart's been up there since so long. Years. Easily years. Multiple years at that. But we're going to write it out for you and we're going to break it down today. So we know what we're missing. And it's important. That's why it's all the way up there. But we're going to go over it today. So the suffix for the word my, or for relating nouns to me, first person singular, is ya. Al, first person plural, Noah. Your is second person singular, ka. Y'all, plural, second person plural, for masculine is kan. And y'all, second person plural for feminine, so masculine is kan with an M. Feminine is kan with the N. Third person singular is, that would be wa, I believe. Yeah, wa. Third person singular for her, her brother would be her. So her brother, well, we don't have it on the board now, but we had Ak. My brother is Akya. Her brother is Akha. 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 So last but not least, third person plural, be ma. And third person plural feminine would be na. Their brother. A group of sisters have one brother. Their brother would be Akna. Akna is their brother. Yahushai, Akna, the Akwathian of the Isupk. Christ is the brother of the sisters and the Isupk. That's what I just said. So we got that chart. Now let me get it in the Hebrew. Put a little rule up top first. All right. And we got it in Hebrew. So this is our chart that's right here, but just broken down a little bit. First person singular, we got my, which is ya. There's in the ancient Paleo and the Assyrian. And remember, this goes at the end of the Hebrew word. So ak would be ak ya for my brother. First person plural, our, is our brother. Nawa goes at the end. Na and wa. I got our connectors. And then at the end, that's in the Paleo. And in the Assyrian, na and wa. At the end, ak nawa. Our brother. Then we got second person singular. Your brother. Ka. Ka is the suffix for your. So we got the ka in the ancient Paleo and the ka in the Assyrian. It goes at the end of the Hebrew word. So ka, your brother. Y'all brother, second person plural. Y'all brother for a group of men. It was a second person plural masculine. Kam. Come. Y'all brother. Y'all brother. That's y'all brother. Come is y'all brother. So we got ka and ma, come, in the Paleo, and come in the Assyrian. Y'all brother feminine, kan. Remember the ma and the na, you know what I'm saying, is a way to tell a difference between masculine and feminine with our conjugations. You know what I'm saying? Usually the masculine is going to have ma in the conjugation, and the feminine is going to have na in the conjugation. So Khan, Khan, y'all sister's brother, this is y'all brother to a group of female. Khan, this goes at the end of Ak. Now we got third person singular. His, that man right there, his brother. Akwa. We got wa in the Paleo, wa in the Assyrian. Akwa goes at the end. Akwa is his brother. Same for feminine. Akha, third person singular for feminine. Akha, her brother, not his brother, but her brother. Akha. So we got the ha and the ha in the Assyrian. And last but not least, third person plural. Their, masculine, their brother, not y'all brother. I mean, it's not from me to you, but from me to them. Third person plural, their brother, masculine, akma, their brother. We got the ma in the Paleo and the ma in the Assyrian. And then ma, akma is their brother, masculine for a group of men, and akna is their brother for a group of women. That group of women's brother, akna. Akna, na in the Paleo, na in the Assyrian. So you might want to take a second to get this for your notes. You know what I'm saying? You can always be kind and rewind or pause for the cause and then continue the class. But I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, get it down, and then we're about to go over some examples. This is where it gets fun. All right. So I got a few examples that we're going to put up. These are complete words. I'm gonna do 2 sets. I think we got enough time for 2 different sets. So yeah, we got just enough. All right. So this first word, I didn't create the word, but I devised it for the purpose of class. Wa'akim ka. Wa'akim ka. It's almost something you might see when you read it in the scriptures, like when you read the Hebrew in the Sabbath service, have them long words. You trying to sound it out, and it just sound like all put together word. Wa'akim ka. Well, we gotta know how this is broke down. This is one word, but it's a full phrase. It's not a sentence, but it's a phrase. So we gotta break it down. So there's many parts to this word. There's wa, there's ak, there's yum, and there's ka. There's 4 different parts. So wa, I told you we're gonna go over a little bit of prefixes, but not too much. Wa is a prefix. It means and. Ak, our base word. Brother. Yum. Yum is also a suffix, but it's not a possessive conjugation. It's more of a pluralization conjugation. So plural masculine. And ka suffix. Your. And your brothers. That's what it means. And your brothers. Wa'akim ka. And brother, pluralized with yum. Ak plural yum is brother pluralized, so brothers and brothers. And then the suffix your at the end, or suffix ka at the end, making it and your brothers. And your brothers. Wa'akim ka. Let's get it in the Hebrew. We're gonna be good with that one. So it's just one word. Remember that. It's not a sentence. It's a phrase, but it's one word. That's how Hebrew rolls. You can make a whole phrase with just one word. Because we have the prefixes and the conjugations, they're only one letter. That's how. So wa'akim ka. Wa'ak yum ka. Wa'ak yum ka. Akim. Akim Ka. You got it in the ancient Paleo and Assyrian. And Ka is one of those that looks different at the end. So we go all the way down. And then we got our connectors with Wa'akim Ka and the Paleo. Wa'akim Ka. Now the rest of the words we're going to use tonight are going to be words found in the Lord's Prayer. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know what I'm saying? It's in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures, we can read the scriptures in Hebrew. And this is how it's read. It's read with long words like this. But now we're gonna go back to it and we're gonna know how to read these words. So Abba Nawa is two parts. Abba, the noun, Father, and this is the suffix saying "our." Our Father. And the beauty of knowing the possessive conjugations of nouns, and also the all of the conjugations, really, the beauty of knowing all of the prefixes as well as the suffixes is when you're able to recognize the prefixes and the suffixes. Hey, get out of here! I'm sorry, Salakia, Israel, that badass cat. This cat is about to break something. Salakia. So what was I just saying? Yeah, so the beauty of knowing all of the conjugations, the prefixes as well as the suffixes, is you're able to recognize the prefixes and the suffixes, and you know those, that's that already, and then you can identify the root word. And when you're able to identify the root word, you know what I'm saying, you're able to kind of keep it in the memory, or you can either make it out and remember, oh yeah, I already remembered that. That is Ak. It's not Akim, it's Ak. So we're talking about brother. And then you don't even know how to sound it out when reading it. You know it's not Khayyam. Sometimes it gets weird when reading. You can join us on Sabbath and you can see, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, even myself, we all make mistakes sometimes. But you know what I'm saying? That's how you get good. You know what I'm saying? You're able to identify this root word. Ak is the root word, brother, and Abba is the root word here, father. You know what I'm saying? Abba Nawa. Wa Akim Ka. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get some more after this, but let's get Abba Nawa in Hebrew. And remember, this is one. It's broken up, but it's one word. So Abba Nawa. Alrighty. There it is. Our Father in Hebrew. Abba Nawa. So you can get this for your notes. And then we're going to move to the next and the last one. Let's see what we're looking at with the time. Perfect. We're looking good. All right, so I said we're going to do some more from the Lord's Prayer. Well, I got one more from the Lord's Prayer, and then another one that I created myself. But these last two, we're gonna see if it makes sense. Because as we're learning that we can create words with possessive suffixes and different prefixes in the and, so we can create these phrases, these prepositional phrases, parts of sentences, and we can create them using these conjugations. Sometimes we're gonna go overboard and it's not gonna make sense. So there's almost like there's rules to it. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're about to create one that makes sense, and then one that looks like it might not make sense, but it still does make sense. So here we go. Wahasaparium. All right, so now let's identify. Wahasaparium is the word. Let's identify all of the prefixes and suffixes. So we know wa is a prefix meaning and. Ha is a prefix meaning the. So it starts off and the. Saparium ya. So we have ya, the prefix meaning my. So we already see where this is messing up. Saparium is the word, but it's broken into two. Sapar and yum. Sapar means scribe. And yum means plural for masculine. So a group of scribes, a scribe is somebody that takes notes. So a group of scribes would be a school. So Saparium is a school. So and the my school. And the my school. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So we can't have two different, possessives. This is the informal possessive, talking about it's the school, the school. And this is a possessive that we went over. It's talking about my school. So it can't be the school and my school. It has to be one or the other. So I'm not even going to write this in Hebrew. This is not going to go. So we remember that. You can't have multiple possessive conjugations. It's not going to make sense. So last but not least, this is from the scriptures. So I guess you already know it's going to be correct. But we're going to see how it is. All right. So here, let's see what we got. Kawawathia now. It's in the scriptures. It's in the Lord's Prayer. But we already see it has two different possessive conjugations. How is it going to work? We're going to break it down right now. So the root. So we got our suffixes. Ya and Nawa, my, and R. And then Kawawath. Kawawath means debts. It means debts. The root word is kawab, which means debt, and this is plural. Wath is plural. It's a suffix turning a word feminine, and not necessarily a noun, but almost like a. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. Like wath is tricky. Like wath is feminine. It's definitely feminine, but it's turning it's pluralizing the word to make it almost a different word, but in the same light. Like kawabath. Yeah, I'm gonna break it down right now. So all of these three are debtor. Kawabath, this is a debt. Kawabath means is a general, like is debt multiplied or pluralized to make it just that's a lot of debt. It's not just one thing that he owes. It's a general thing, a lot of stuff that's owed. So it's general debt, and then the ya makes it my debt. So that makes me a debtor. It makes me a debtor because this is right after it, and then we have this at the end because this is our debtors plus R equals our debtors. So really, the rule that we learned before, it works right here because this conjugation kind of melded in with the root word. It's kawawathia. Kawawathia. Kawawathia nawa. Our debtors. Kawawathia, debtor. Kawawathia nawa. Our debtors. Those are the people that we owe debt to. No, not we owe debt to, but people that owe us debt, Salakia. People that owe us debt. So, our debtors. So here, it didn't work when we had two possessives because we have a formal and informal. And here it worked because, you know what I'm saying, one of the informals combined with the word, and then the other informal was part of the phrase. So it takes a little getting used to, but you got for that particular instance, you know what I'm saying. You have to just be a little bit, you know what I'm saying. Be a little bit mindful of what not mindful, but you have to kind of remember your words. Like if you know kawawafia is a word, then you know kawawafia now will work. You know what I'm saying. Wahasaparium is a word with Waha, Waha, Wahasaparium is a word with a formal a formal a formal prefix. You know what I'm saying? A formal conjugation, and then the informal. So sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes it's not. But you know, so this is a start. This is a begin. This is an intermediate class. It's not a expert class. This is just to get your foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to identify the suffixes and the prefixes, and then after that you're able to, you know what I'm saying, identify the root word, then issue. Kawabasi now is in the Lord's Prayer also. Abanawa, Salaki, my head, I almost forgot. I don't want to butcher the prayer, Salaki. So I'm gonna just stop there. But yeah, you know, I think I got enough time to get a little bit of Hebrew practice in, and then we're gonna call it a wrap. Yeah, I got just enough time to write Kawabasi now in Hebrew. Ka, wa, kawab, kawab, waf, ya, na, wa. Wow, that's a long word. Ka, wa, waf, ya, na. Wow. Waf. Yeah. Kawawaki now. Our debtors. I know, and I remember it in English. So, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, give us this daily bread, and forgive us for our debts. Now I'm butchering it again, Salakia. Man, Salakia Israel, that's a big red flag on me. I gotta get in tune. I gotta start reciting the prayer without reading it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna recite the prayer at the end of this class because that's part of our culture. I'm not gonna bastardize the prayer and then not recite it. But yeah, that's the end of the class. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end class with that. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then the sisters, and then first we're gonna say the Lord's Prayer. Cause I gotta do that today. Cause my Ottawa does it at the end of every one of his classes. Is UPK Perkle. So I Imadium, which means to stand. Wahapayam, Wahapanya. I don't want to butcher that either. Sar, which means to turn, face east. You're gonna turn face east. This is the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Waska, Taba'a, Ratazaika, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakal, Yawam, Wasalat Nawa, Kawath Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawath Nawa, Wala'a, Taba'aya Nawa, Manasaya Wan, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'Allah, Wahata Parath, La'ai Walamium, Aman. in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, turn to face front. Now we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, the Akim, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahab Bashim Yahushua Barakatah, Yadim Matah. Sar, turn to face sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashim Yahushai, Yadim Matah. Dismissed.